Sheldon is not the main character of the Big Bang Theory. Sheldon is not the main character of the Big Bang Theory. Sheldon is not the main character of the Big Bang Theory. Leonard is the main character. Leonard is the only character that has an external goal. He's trying to win over the girl next door. The show isn't a reverse harem or a Snow White show, so Penny's not the main character either. The tagline of the show would be like, these men can solve any problem in the universe, but can they solve the most complicated thing of all? A woman? Leonard is the straight man, the most like mentally stable character. Penny is his love interest, the girl next door, and they're star-crossed lovers from across the hall, from literally different worlds. Sheldon is Leonard's best friend. He plays support. Sheldon is what's called a breakout character, a character that becomes so popular that he gains his own orbit and basically hijacks the show, like Steve Urkel. Sheldon becomes the main character in later seasons because he's so popular, but in like the main narrative structure of the show, he is not. He is Leonard's best friend. He is a neurotic. He provides a lot of friction to the plot line, something that Leonard has to manage that also adds to his anxiety. And a lot of the show really is about Leonard's anxiety issues and trying to approach women and talk to them. Excessive nervousness really gets in the way. He can only gain Penny after he levels up on his social skills. The main theme of the show seems to be about sexism in Silicon Valley, or just nerd spaces in general. How a lot of nerds, despite having high IQs, can have very elitist attitudes once they learn to be more social and connect with others. Only then do they basically win the prize of getting girlfriends and getting active social lives. If the other two girls came earlier in the show, they would just be scared away by the characters' antics. Yeah, the show has like very unequal gender parity that they fix eventually, which I like. They add Amy, who is basically a female Sheldon, which shows that neurodivergent traits aren't just in men. And there's also Bernadette, who helps make the character of Penny feel less like an outsider now, and she's a bridge between two worlds, which is nice. Sitcoms, all these characters are very deeply honest with each other, which is very refreshing. So yes, the show is about a man named Leonard trying to oppress and win over a woman named Penny, and he has a very funny friend named Sheldon. That's why the people who say this isn't a show about science are idiots, because it's not a show about science. It's a romantic comedy. Like, what are you watching? Are you... Raj and Howard have like a Abbott and Costello. They're basically a comedy duo that are like their backup friends. They remind me of Carl and Sheen for some reason. Raj and Howard are both like the scapegoats on the show. If anything bad's gonna happen to a character, or if any character's gonna get hurt or embarrassed, it's gonna be one of those two. People compared me to Sheldon throughout my entire childhood growing up, so I always hated the show, but it's grown on me. It's actually kind of funny. No, I'm kidding. But it has grown on me. Like, the characters are much more interesting than I thought they'd be. I think what confuses people is, one, Sheldon's just such an influential character, so people think he's the main character. And also for Penny, the gender parody of the show is so abnormal that Penny being the outlier would make more sense with her as the main character. Penny is more of a catalyst for the boys' growth, other than generating her own plots.